If you've been waiting for Insta360 to release the app update for True Audio for the Insta360 One X, it's finally here. Watch me put the One X through its paces and compare the footage for yourself to see if it works. And then watch me comment on the video comparisons to give you my verdict on whether this update was worth waiting for. Hi, I'm Saab Johal and welcome to my channel, which is all about mobile and 360 video and photography and how to edit for great results. Be sure to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any more of my videos, and please don't forget to like this video too if you find it useful. So True Audio is the new algorithm included in the app for the Insta360 One X that's designed to enhance your audio by reducing ambient background noises and boosting your voice so that you're easier to hear. So I guess this is really to release the potential of the One X to be used as a vlogging device, which has been a bit of a problem because it doesn't have an external port so that you can connect an external mic to get better audio when you export from your app. Now there are ways to get around this, and I've covered that in another review of mine looking at how the Bruce-free noise reducer app works with the One X. You can find that above here. And because Insta360 have made this only for their devices that have multiple mics, there's no True Audio for the Insta360 Go, unfortunately. However, I've also tested the Bruce-free noise reducer app with the Insta360 Go too, and you can find that link up here. But getting back to True Audio, I thought it would be good to do a straight comparison to see what kind of effect it has on footage captured by the One X. And here's a bit more detail about True Audio and how it works. You've got two choices when you select the True Audio toggle switch in the preview editing screen, which you can see here: voice focus and action focus. Insta360 claimed that voice focus boosts voice and moderately reduces ambient noise, whereas action focus drastically reduces strong ambient noise such as rushing wind. That's the theory anyway. Let's see how it works in practice. Okay, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to play you some footage from three various situations with wind, traffic noise, and just general conditions with lots of people walking about with a busker playing in the background, so you can see how the True Audio algorithm performs in these different conditions with the Insta360 One X. I'm going to play you the raw audio, then the same footage with the voice focus applied, and then again with the action focus algorithm applied. I'll then stop and review my thoughts about how it performed before I move on to the next piece of footage where I'll do the same again, and then the final section of footage where I'll wrap up my final thoughts and tell you what I think. Oh, and just so you know, all of these segments were exported using the new Color Plus algorithm export function. I've reviewed that for the One X too, and you can find out all about how that really improves your video footage in the link up here. Okay, let's jump in. A southerly breeze blowing, and you can see a little bit of the surroundings out here as well. And it is a sunny, hazy day here in Wellington in New Zealand. Oh, the wind's just gusted up a little bit there. You might hear a little bit of wind noise. So let's see how True Audio deals with that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A southerly breeze blowing, and you can see a little bit of the surroundings out here as well. And it is a sunny, hazy day here in Wellington in New Zealand. Oh, the wind's just gusted up a little bit there. You might hear a little bit of wind noise. So let's see how True Audio deals with that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. At the top of the hill, a southerly breeze blowing, and you can see a little bit of the surroundings out here as well. And it is a sunny, hazy day here in Wellington in New Zealand. Oh, the wind's just gusted up a little bit there. You might hear a little bit of wind noise. So let's see how True Audio deals with that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, it's pretty breezy in this first segment of footage, and you can certainly hear that in the raw footage. I really didn't like the tunnely, echoey effect in the voice focus section of this video. If anything, I thought the action focus algorithm applied to this audio actually did pretty well. And I thought that was the most usable out of the three if you didn't want to go with the raw feeling of the original footage. What did you think? Okay, let's listen to the next one, and I'll be keen to hear what you think about that one too. Well, we've been in London about 10 days, and it's finally stopped raining. So the One X comes out today, and we're off into the centre of town. Here we go. Well, we've been in London about 10 days, and it's finally stopped raining. So the One X comes out today, and we're off into the centre of town. Here we go. Well, we've been in London about 10 days and it's finally stopped raining. So the One X comes out today and we're off into the centre of town. Here we go. So in this video segment, the traffic noise here is the biggest issue. Voice focus actually doesn't do a bad job in this example, but it's probably a bit squelchy. I thought the action focus noise reduction improvement was actually a bit too much here. To my ear, the voice focus example was probably the best of the three. Okay, let's move on to the last set of footage. All right, well here we are at the Tate Modern, just a little walk down the South Bank. And we're going to go and see an exhibition in here, catch up with some friends, and then we are going to go heading across the Millennium Bridge, just over here, across the St Paul's, and then the Monument. So, action-packed day. All right, well here we are at the Tate Modern, just a little walk down the South Bank. And we're going to go and see an exhibition in here, catch up with some friends, and then we are going to go heading across the Millennium Bridge, just over here, across the St Paul's, and then the Monument. So, action-packed day. All right, well here we are at the Tate Modern, just a little walk down the South Bank. And we're going to go and see an exhibition in here, catch up with some friends, and then we are going to go heading across the Millennium Bridge, just over here, across the St Paul's, and then the Monument. So, action-packed day. Now, I think both the True Audio algorithms did a good job here, but I didn't think the original footage was too bad at all. If anything, the voice focus example was a bit less clipped than the action focus example, so I guess I preferred the voice focus for that reason. But this is a case where I would probably stick with the original raw footage because I could hear myself okay, and I thought it's a bit more natural rather than artificially elevating my voice from the rest of the surroundings. It just seemed to fit in better. So my final thought is that although it's a welcome option, I think the results are perhaps maybe a little bit too unpredictable for you to rely upon it when it comes to post-processing. I don't think Insta360 give you quite enough control as to how the algorithm is applied for really true control over your voice and how it's going to sound. I can see that they're trying to maintain a balance between simplicity and good effects to improve the audio, but I'm not sure I feel it has enough control to be useful in all situations. But I also think it does a remarkably good job for a simple one toggle two choice system. It can sound a bit too harsh and squelchy if you're not careful, to my ears anyway. And I think there's something to be said for having a more natural sounding audio, or perhaps going through the hassle of using an external mic and syncing audio in post-processing instead. But if you want to stay compact and mobile without extra equipment, which is probably me most of the time anyway, then I think this is a very welcome addition and development for the One X. Well done, Insta360. But I'm keen to hear what you think. Have you got a One X and are you pleased about this new edition of True Audio? What did you think about the differences that you've just seen in this video? Will it make a difference to how you use this camera, or are you considering buying one and this is the thing that's going to tip you over the edge into buying a One X? Or are you thinking that this really isn't for you? Do let me know in the comments down below. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Please give it a like and consider subscribing if you have. I'd love to see you back here again soon. Here's some other videos of mine that you might find interesting or useful. Please take a look around and thanks for watching. As always, cheers and go well.